Here's update number, I think, 4. We've gotten to the point now where I've officially ruined the tractor. So, had to notch it for the motor here, so I cut all the frame out. Without the jack under there, and even without the motor on it, the whole frame just caves in half. Kind of knew that was going to happen. I didn't know how much the frame I was going to have to cut out. I had expected to cut out as much as I did, so I cut out all the sides, and all there is like a piece of plate now underneath, which is completely floppy. So the jack and the jack stands are actually supporting the weight of the tractor. The frame's doing nothing. So I knew that was going to happen. What I was worried about happened though. Even with the motor down that far, it's not level with the drive shaft. The drive is coming up at an angle. And there's not really any flex in these, they're supposed to be straight. So I'm going to have to put some kind of universal joints in it. I have a plan for this, just kind of hoping to avoid it. Because I don't know how it's going to change anything else in the tractor as far as the drive shaft sliding out back there or anything. So I'm going to check that out. I haven't actually looked at the back yet. It's just kind of being ignorant and hoping it'll just work. Other issue so far is that it hits the hood hard. I'm going to have to notch out like 2 inches out of the hood. I didn't think I'd have to do that because I thought I had enough clearance, but it's just that much taller than the other motor, even though I thought it wasn't going to be. That oil pan really made a difference. They dropped the Kohler motor so far between the rails that it actually sits lower than the frame. And this thing just can't because of its width. So I'm going to have to reinforce the frame, but I got to leave notch outs for an oil fill on at least one of the sides. The oil drain. Now this is on both sides, so you have an option. So here's another oil fill, here's another oil drain. Here's the oil filter, so I have to actually notch this a little more yet. So I have to leave that open. Now I think I'm just going to widen the frame here with some more angle iron and rebox it in. I guess that's got to leave like a hole or like an access hole or something. And this is just with the motor. It's going to require more like finagling for the turbo. I did realize though that the hood won't hit on this side because this muffler isn't going to be here anymore. And this air filter is going to be gone. It's going to be, well, it's going to be a different air cleaner on it. So there's actually a lot of room other places. I have a lot of room for a battery box here, which is good because I want to put a larger battery into a lawnmower battery. And I still have tons of room up here. There's the same amount of room we had with the Kohler motor. And the eventual plan, I'm not going to use the Cub clutch because it's kind of, I think it's a stupid setup. I'm just going to figure out what electric clutch will fit this shaft. I'm just going to put an electric clutch on it. Just get some universal one off eBay. For whenever I decide to put some kind of implements on it. But yeah, try and work on this in a day or two. I'm going to make a run the tractor supply to get some kind of universal joints or something. We'll see what I figure out. I might have to remake the whole drive shaft and rethink the whole way to get the power back to the hydro unit. Other than that, still cracking on it. Oh, I did get a socket, and as you can see, the flange is actually on the motor real nice now. That's on there. Doesn't move. So, at least that's one part done. Thought that was going to be the hardest part, and I think now I'm actually in for the hardest part. So, update soon.